ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move along now. One more performance coming up for you, and we'll turn it back over to Dave to tell us all about it. What's coming up next, Dave?
Well, Brian, next we're going to have an example of a mountain relay. Although we have two teams of three riders, we want to envision having miles of open French countryside with thousands of knights armed with their naked legs.
All right, so teams of knights are basically going to be out trying to hurt each other, right?
Well, the intention is not to hurt each other. Of course, it could happen since they are hitting each other. The intention, however, was to subdue your opponent by pummeling until they gave up. The idea was to win their horse.
So win his horse, you said. What do you mean by that?
Well, you can think of it as the medieval equivalent of racing for pink slips. Because once you had managed to beat your opponent until they gave up, then you had won his horse. Sometimes you would keep the horse, often you would sell it back to him for a very handsome price. Many a knight can make a very profitable living by going out and entering these tournaments.
Oh, wait, this is a way to win the horse very much like in a drag race, where you'd be racing for the other person's car, right?
Much like that, except for instead of racing to the finish line, you simply beat them into submission.
All right.
Would you like to see some mounted combat? Riders, are you ready? Then lay on. In this case, we have two teams, one in the 14th century, one in the 15th century. With the inability to see very well, sometimes you're getting ready to hit someone and realize they're on your team.
Bit of a smash-up derby here. What do we call the bats they're using? Almost like a table bat. What is that?
Those are called a turning baton, and they are made of wood, such that you're not intending to cut your opponent, you're simply intending to beat your opponent.
These knights again here with us in honor of our young princess, Katie Ireland.
In some cases, when the bell was called, these battles would go on for an hour. Often it wasn't necessarily being hit, simply wearing yourself out in exhaustion from wearing the armor and accumulating onto the rider.
Well, in a normal tournament, it may go for hours and hours. Here for our purposes this evening, we've given them a bit of a time limit, and so that's going to bring us to the completion of our melee tonight. Let's go ahead and thank Dr. Sean Miller, Dr. Wagner, Dr. Jennifer Rayon, Steve Enfield, Teresa Whitman, and of course this evening, our King of Arms who's centering here, give a hand as well to Dave Wise. We also want to salute who performed with us here tonight, the Shaw's exhibition midway through the night. There's Pam Fowler Briggs, who also used one of those pink sashes to keep us in mind of this evening's Pinot Charity Horse Show Princess of the Night. Let's also give a hand to Cadence Branaman, age 6, originally out of Wyoming, and just received a lung transplant. Just one of the many who are affected by Texas Children's Hospital, Houston area Ronald McDonald House, and of course children also affected by candlelighters. One more round of applause as they send off to our nights here on opening nights at the Pinot Charity Horse Show. Dave, thank you very much for telling us all about the sport. Let us know a little bit more about a medieval sport, so one that's been around for centuries, certainly the oldest equestrian sport in existence while we continue with our performance this evening. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thank you, Brian, for your help tonight. Doing a great job.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a send-off to our performance this evening for opening night. Of course, since we're wrapping up with our performance pre-competition, that means that we are drawing ever closer to our saddle horse events that are coming up here. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of very few horse shows that takes place involving multiple breeds and multiple disciplines. The hunters and the jumpers have staged for the day session, as is the tradition, and the gaited horses. Our American saddlebreds will be coming up next. And of course, we also have the Andalusian breeds with us here, and they are also taking part in the